Welcome to the Corner Store. My name is Pietro Baker.
And I'm Tori Watson-Jones.
Christopher Bass, aka C Bass. Keep it fresh.
And we just want to thank Baker and H Media Productions and Cruise Tax Consultants for sponsoring us. And we hope you enjoy the show. Yes, and thank you for tuning in to the Corner Store. And today's topic, we're talking about postgraduate lifestyle. As a student, you graduate in your career, have your degree, knowing you have this huge loan to pay back, and you can't find a job in your career or in your field. And it's a lifestyle that you have to, because bills are still there, you still got to pay the loan back. And so we're going to talk about that today. So Chris, which career suffers the most in that?
Okay, so I got multiple here. You just want the number one?
Yeah.
Okay, well.
Or just name all of them.
Said the
Paralegal studies. I got art history. I got art, theater, graphic design, culinary arts, radio and television.
Really?
That doesn't surprise me though, because how many people do you know listen to the radio still?
Yeah.
Think about that.
Yeah, video killed the radio star.
Television is dying off. I mean, people are going now to Hulu, Netflix.
Yeah.
That doesn't surprise me.
That's so true.
And photography is the number one.
Yeah, because everyone got a phone.
Well, they said like many businesses are filling their photographic needs with freelancers.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna tell you, when they put them selfie sticks out there, that's what did it.
Yeah.
You don't need a body. You don't need a body to take up. You just go around
I finna go down there.
selfieing yourself.
Right.
I watched a student's short video that was made with a drone and a phone. And it looked like an actual
And
professional.
nowadays, kids come out the womb knowing how to do that stuff.
Yeah.
I still struggle with my own phone.
Yes, you do.
You know what? You didn't have to confirm so quickly with that.
Why do employers not hire these? Is it because it's not a need for them? Like, I would think paralegal would be wouldn't be number one. I would think paralegal people would be like, okay.
Oh no, that's not photography's number one. Paralegal is it's on there, along with graphic design and a few others in theater.
Yeah.
Now, which one you want to check out? Radio, television, since we're doing.
Yes.
I can address that one real fast.
Because you can experience it. I know we all in that field.
So you would think this obvious job you might associate with this major doesn't promise to be worthwhile. It should be beneficial, but it's actually considered ranked among the worst jobs for the future. Facing a 12.9% decline in positions over the next decade. And even those dwindling jobs actually tend to go to grads with degrees in other fields. So you don't necessarily have to have a degree in that field to even be in radio. In my case, I was blessed to have a nice voice. And I was able to work in the I ain't mean that in that way. I ain't mean it.
You're supposed to let somebody else tell you about your voice.
Because us raggedy voices.
You got a beautiful voice out there, man.
But we're not.
That's not.
But we're not blessed.
We're not blessed with the eggs.
Yes, to have a nice voice.
That's what he said. He said God smiled on him. Only on him though.
I just want to stay humble. I just wanted to be humble. I didn't want to say
Ooh, Chris.
I didn't mean it like that.
Go ahead, Chris.
With your radio voice.
But what does work? They said it does score the few jobs available radio and TV announcers. Employers typically prefer to hire people who have bachelor's degrees in communications, journalism, or broadcasting. Indeed, people in with these broader fields tend to offer more lucrative prospects. For example, communication majors have median early career pay of $44,300 a year and $77,500 by mid-career. And you can still work toward a career in radio and television, and turning those fields or gaining some other related experience, like working with your campus radio or television station, should give you a push in the right direction too. But overall, like I said, it's dying down. I mean, everyone's going towards Netflix now, or going to Hulu, or they're going social media, or they're going online. How many people do you know still listen to the radio?
I mean, the car.
Right? I mean, you might only if you're in the car.
Radio,
yeah.
But how long are you gonna be in your car for?
Yeah, exactly.
But you know what? It's the old song, and I'm gonna date myself because Chris always talking about people's ages. Yeah, I put your name out there. But it was an old song back in the day called Video Killed the Radio Star. Remember that song?
I remember that.
I'm telling you, that's what had happened.
Yeah.
But then, how many other people do you know. I know a lot of people I can think of right now. I know somebody that's a communication major and he's a campus police officer.
Yeah.
You know, so many people that's working outside of their field.
Exactly.
Not a whole lot of people. You know, I have the opportunity. I've been blessed, like Chris,
I'm just trying
not
to
with
say-
a radio voice, but I've been
Right.
blessed to be an employer that hires.
Let it be known, Chris was trying to stay humble. I just wanted to say, like,
Yeah. The whole reason that you had to explain that shows that you're not humble.
Yeah, he had to say that.
I didn't mean it.
Your humble crumble.
You're humble. Crumble.
Oh, I didn't mean
You said that you was blessed.
Yes.
Back to what we're talking about. Back at the topic at
We're gonna bleep that
hand.
out for y'all.
I have been blessed to be a hiring manager at the job that I work for, and I get to see a lot of people's degrees. And in the field that we would like for them to have a degree in is mostly any type of human service field, because I'm a social worker. But I am floored at how many people who cannot find jobs in their field and they settle for the next best thing or what they feel like they would be or could do or tolerate as a job or a career.
Right.
So I have seen a lot of people come my way with engineering degrees, with degrees in physical education, degrees in business, and they're applying for a social work job because they can't get a job in their field.
And the crazy thing is because the bills don't.
Because bills don't stop coming.
Bills don't stop coming, and life don't stop living, and children don't stop growing.
You know,
and you're not ever all of a sudden full forever.
Right.
You know, you got to eat.
You're
so
right.
I mean, is there a reason why? You know, is there a time range on when you graduate out of college to you actually find your dream job? Is there some kind of feasible
There
I
time
don't
range?
think there is a time
You can be
range.
30, you can be 40. Everyone's different. Some people find success years later after the fact, after they go through hardship.
I have an aunt that's, she's a beautiful aunt that's in her 60s who just started a second career like maybe a few years ago. You know, she had been a real estate agent and worked in the real estate field in California for years. And then she moved back to her hometown, which is in Decatur, Illinois. And now she had taken on culinary skills and culinary art. And now she's cooking in Milligan College. And started a whole nother career, a whole different field that she really had no interest in, and she was just like, I want something to do.
Yeah.
And she's like, I want to do this.
God bless her.
Yeah, she loves it. Talk about it all the time.
Yeah. So okay, since there's no time range, why does FAFSA give you 6 months?
Because it's the
Well,
government.
FAFSA is there.
Because it's first come, first serve. Look at it this way: you got thousands and thousands of people trying to get as much money as they can for school in a short span of time. So you think about it: the earlier you get your stuff done, the more money we get back. When I went to a community college here, it was the only time I went to school for free because I managed to get, I think, $16,000 for FAFSA. And plus, they had another program called Pure Promise, which added more money. I don't know if they're still doing it or not, but they added more money on.
Right.
So, and it was because my grandma made me do it early.
Right.
So, it's just first come, first serve. Like the earlier you got it done, the thing is the reason they want you to get done at my time is because in that way you can be considered for the higher amounts of money. When you wait later, it's like going to a food kitchen, right? You get there early, you can try to get some of the more food or get some of the you get good stuff.
Get the fresh stuff.
Exactly. But when you come late, what happens?
Get the leftovers. You get the crumbs.
Exactly.
It's over. And that's one of the reasons why I don't do too many buffets because
You staying away from the buffet.
first of all, you eat, you can't see. But I just hate the idea of these strangers has been reaching and grabbing kids, and it's a restaurant that have a chocolate fountain. I remember a time. I remember seeing them kids are playing in the chocolate fountain, and they playing with their fingers and had the little marshmallows and all that, and I'm like, get them over there.
That's why I don't buy for apples.
Where your Bob?
I don't buy for apples. That's exactly why I don't.
Right.
It ain't got nothing to do with what we talking about, but I don't buy for apples.
Right. Well, we're gonna be right back after this skit about post graduate life. 75,000. Man, I can't find no job nowhere. What was I thinking? Trying to become a screenwriter, taking mass communications. I should have just used that money to be an engineer like mom and dad told me. Now I gotta do this job and stacking boxes and stocking shelves and dealing with customers. I'm not even doing what I wanted to do. I have to pay this rent though. The bills got to be paid. Yeah, car's breaking down. I may have to move home. I don't look like a fool to owe all this money and then go home and not doing anything with it. Everyone else I know is in their field, not me. Asking to loan money. Man, I guess I'll just keep going. Okay, and we are back. And so, yeah, on the script, on the skit we had there, we had the guy who actually got his dream job.
Oh, Lawrence.
Yeah, Lawrence. He got out of the college, worked his little remedial job that he had to pay his bills with, and eventually his dream job came up with what he was degreed in. And so with Sheila, she actually had her remedial job that she needed to pay her bills, and she climbed the ranks in that, and then went until she was actually CEO and president of the company. So it could go both ways, you know. You can actually get your job right off, or you could work what you have and learn from it and grow up in it too. So that's a good thing. But at the time, you could see the hardships when they first got out of college and they just needed to pay their bills. The anguish, the mental anguish. What happens with that? I mean, what do you have for that on just the mental anguish on how people trying to pay their bills back or paying the loan back for their college education?
They're stressed out.
Yes.
That's a lot of them. Because typically, what ends up like sending them off is the fact that a lot of them are also really trying to. Okay, I need money. How can I make this money? How can I, they looking for the high-paying jobs. Like I'm talking about over here, like they look for the higher-paying jobs right out the gate, so they can tackle a 50 grand, 50K debt, 70K, 10K, 20K, and so a lot of them. Well, I had it up here on and so a lot of them pretty much are going or look for. I lost myself.
They look for jobs, or
I had it on here and the dang thing messed up on me. These okay.
Sometimes I feel like the mindset though of people is, I got this degree. I know it all because I don't spend 4 years, 6 years, or whatever, which degree they're talking about, and I have it and I'm ready. I know all it is to know about this job. I'm an expert because I have this diploma or this degree saying that I'm an expert in this.
But it does make it.
Well, that's where the time range comes in because now they're expecting.
Yeah.
Because I finally found it, then kind of blocked it out from me. So the problem is like while like the loans provide instant financial support, there's stress associated with them when it comes time to start paying them back. As graduation approaches, many students start to worry about the amount of money that is hanging over their heads. This amount can even start to influence decisions like whether or not to attend graduate school or what types of jobs offers to accept after college. My bad. Right. Because now they're like, well, I can't just take any type of job. And that's the downfall because only 27% of students actually get into the field that they went to school for.
Well, the employers are looking for experience. It's great that you have the education, but the employers are looking for the experience. So it's very important. They're looking for that skill set. So it's very important that, yes, you have the degree in there, but it's also important that you have that experience to back it up, especially in some of the fields that you named off are some of the worst ones to hire. And it's harder to get into that field right out of college. A lot of it is because of the lack of experience. People want to see that experience. You might know everything it is about broadcasting and having everything about radio and paralegal and some of the other ones that you named off. But what's the experience? Yeah. So it's so important that youth and adolescents, and when you're coming up, you grab some of that experience along the way, along with your education. Right. Get some internships, get some paid internships if you can, because that'll also help you out. But get those internships in that field. Right. That also gets you a foot in the door too.
Because it's stressful because like 1 in 8 marriages, as of right now, are failing because of the loan debt. Because because if I come in this 40 grand, you come to 50 grand, you know, we both sitting at a good chunk of money, and that affects your credit.
Oh yeah.
And so now you can't buy the things you want to get. You can't get that nice car. You can't get or you have to sacrifice certain stuff. And so things just start crumbling down. Because, you know, married, now y'all kind of count as one. So y'all both have to help on this. And so that's just more added stress. Yeah. And so
that brings up another question. I know they've been saying it for years, and it's been rumor, even with the government and administration and all that. But is there any site for loan forgiveness? Like,
I haven't seen that
it
yet.
just depends on what degree you got it in. There's a loan forgiveness for teachers. There's loan forgiveness for nursing. Any type of human service field, it's easier to get the loan. Like
I did not know
social work field, you can get a loan forgiveness. If you've worked in the field for a certain amount of time, teachers, you worked in the field for a certain amount of time, nursing, you can apply for loan forgiveness. Now, like some of them, the loan forgiveness is like not a total forgiveness. You have to pay some of it back, but it's definitely a decrease from what you would normally owe.
Did not know that.
We went through that like right before we graduated. They gave a class on some loan forgiveness, but for the typical, like for us, doing television or film, no, it was mainly for nurses, teachers. Those, if I recall, first off, you have to make sure you're making your payments on time for a certain amount of time. I think 5 years. And if you kept doing that, they would forgive all your other loans.
Oh, really?
You had to make sure, but you had to show that you weren't delinquent. You had to show, okay, this, you're making the steps. But it's only certain. That's the problem. It's teachers, nurses. It's only certain things. Or if you're going to keep going more to school, they would, do some stuff for you. But otherwise, no.
So it make people want, you have to go get a job, like to make sure you pay for it and take care of it. Is there a certain type of job that people go to after they, get out of college just to make sure they get money? Is there a majority? I mean,
whatever pays money. I couldn't really find a strict answer on that. Honestly, it just depends on whatever's making them the fast amount of big bucks right away.
I've been in a restaurant. I've been in many restaurants.
Exactly.
And I know that's easy work.
Restaurants, grocery stores.
Yeah, and I've seen waiters, and you talk
that are degreed.
That's like degree. And we had actually a debate. It's a place in Dallas. It's not open no more. It's a Cuba Libre, and it's not open anymore, like I said. But I remember having a debate with a waiter there. And I was like, you're pretty sharp. And we were going back and forth, had points and dynamics and, history and everything. Gonna find out he has a law degree. And I'm like, what you doing here? But he had a law degree, but he had to pay a bill, so he was serving tables.
Let me tell you why. They said if you're hoping to become a lawyer one day, this major isn't likely to be the best starting point. Law schools admit applicants with a variety of degree types and do not tend to favor people who have focused solely on a pre-law track academically. No.
So what were they? I don't get it though. Say that again.
Law schools admit applicants with a variety of degree types and do not tend to favor people who have focused solely on the pre-law track academically.
So they will want somebody else who they want someone.
It comes back to what she said.
Yeah, you want somebody with some experience.
With some experience, and what you also see is a lot of people become teachers.
Yeah.
Because that's a field, of course, that is always needed, and you don't
71%.
necessarily have to have an education degree to be a teacher.
That's the largest one.
You can take a test alongside of whatever degree that you have, and if you pass that test, then you can get into education. Yeah. I remember growing up in high school, and it wasn't that far ago, Chris, because you always talk about our age.
No, I'm just saying,
but there was teachers who were real estate agents.
Really?
And so during the time where school would be out, they focused on that real estate atmosphere of them having that going on, or they had other professions. Real estate just came to mind because I remember that teacher who was saying that he sell houses during the time that he's out of school. Yeah.
So you could talk to the kids and be like, where y'all stay at?
Right. Actual people. Real people.
Don't you stay down there at the one project? Give your mama this car.
Right. So we work with all types.
We work with all types of income.
Now I got some of the best jobs for college degrees is education, like you said, 71.1%. Typically, you get a degree in that, you guarantee, which I was surprised, honestly, because I figured with the rise of Google and YouTube, the desire for knowledge and skills is required. Not necessarily me going to a teacher to learn these things. Learning language, I can learn this. You know what I mean? That's why I was surprised.
Yeah, online colleges arise, but some people, you have all different type of learners. You still have some that still need to be in that classroom.
Like I'm a visual, I have to see you. I can't really, I'm not good online. But you got engineering, that's always going to be a thing. You got computer science, that's always going to be like high. Health, because everyone's starting to be more health conscious. People are getting more into eating healthy and whatnot.
All right, and tell you what, we will be right back right after this.
All right.
Welcome to Suiting Up. Whatever you need here, we have it, and we have a great staff here, and whatever you ask, we definitely can have an answer for you.
Suiting up for the debonair man that wants to make an impression. Hats, shoes, cologne, street attire, accessories, and of course, suits. We tailor to any size.
Taking care of you and also making sure that when you leave, you feel satisfied, and that's what we enjoy doing.
Remember, we just don't sell suits, we build confidence.
Come in to 4325 North Sheridan Road, Peoria, Illinois, 61614, or call 309-839-2791.
Yes, we are back from those messages. Okay, so I actually got one last question, and I know some stories about this, but the question is do y'all know anyone who actually got out, kind of like Sheila, got out of college, you degreed in this, but yet needed to pay bills because you got kids, you got family, you got bills and all that, and you start working this job, and you actually, the job wound up being a success for you. And I know you was mentioning being a success is something that you enjoy going to work to do. You know, at first Sheila didn't like it, you know, but then eventually, you know, she climbed the ranks and she enjoyed it. And it's something totally different than the degree that she went in for. You know, so, you know, I know some people who has been like, you know, went to school for engineering, you know, but wind up doing construction, you know, which is almost close to it, but they're engineering instead of working for, you know, the major company here. Wound up doing construction and enjoyed it so much, you know, just loved being outside, working with his hands, getting days off and all that, and enjoyed it. And that was his success. Y'all have anyone like that?
I can think of a few people. I also know people who went to college and didn't know what they wanted to be. Did general studies for a long time, or got there and changed their major over and over and over. And then when they finally figured out, oh yeah, I'm gonna do this. I have a niece right now that's in college, and we were talking a few weeks ago, and she's like, oh, and I changed my major again. I said, oh, you did? And I got to thinking, that's probably about your 8th time you don't change this major. And that's great. And I'm glad you know what you want to do now that you've been in college for about 8 years. But I mean, it's great because she's very determined and she's doing it, a great student. My prayer for her, though, is that she finds something that she enjoys doing. Because the bottom line is success can be measured in so many different ways. I know a lot of people that, yes, have gotten degrees and other things and then are in totally different fields from what their degree is. I work with somebody every day who's a business major. And we work in social work field. And he's good at it. He's good at it. He's a kid whisperer. You know, he doesn't look like somebody that you would normally say, you point him out and say, I bet he work with kids. He does not have that persona about him. But again,
what does a person look like?
I mean, you just have that look to you.
What is that? I mean, I don't know that.
You just got that nurturing look to you when you just have that look.
Chris got that?
Chris got that radio look. Chris got that blessed radio voice look.
Yes, that blessed radio voice.
But you know, you just have.
Sidetrack. For your pause. Sidetrack. I want everyone to see the side. Show the Aztec tribal. Is that what tribal? Tribal.
In lieu of Black History Month.
Is that what it lieu? Is that?
I ain't got a clue.
Black
I just wanted something great. I just wanted to stand out.
Keep it fresh.
Keep it fresh.
Keep it fresh. Keep it very fresh.
Okay, so that's the third
Keep it
one.
organic.
We had fish fins,
Mhm.
and then we have snowflakes. Yeah, fish scales, snowflakes, and now we got tribal.
Uh-huh.
Okay, all right. Go back to
He's
your
a
story.
walking arch.
Yeah,
Walking arch, aren't you?
go back to your story.
I don't even know what I was talking about. I was talking about people that that are successful in their own right, because they enjoy. To me, success is measured if you enjoy getting up, going to work every day. It's not even a job anymore. When you enjoy it, it's your passion.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's where I'm at. I've worked with some people who are in that realm, and I feel like that's what makes it successful. It doesn't necessarily matter what you got your degree in. Just you gotta, like you said, you gotta pay those bills somehow.
Yes.
But then enjoying, once you find out that it's not just going, I'm not working to just have a job to pay bills, but I'm also enjoying what I do.
Mm-hmm.
It makes a difference.
It makes a difference. What about you, Chris?
I actually don't think I know anybody yet. Well, no. Well,
wait a minute.
Well, you're kind of in that situation right now.
I kind of am in that situation right now.
You're a postgraduate.
I am a postgraduate, and I somewhat have my foot in the door. I'm working at radio, but like she said, your passion. Because one thing, real talk, with college, what I hated was it feels like a revolving door. Mm-hmm. We get everybody in, but then we're turning them out as fast as we're taking them in. Mm-hmm. We don't really give them time to. I remember I tried to talk to a guy who I think was passive aggressive towards me on this. Because I took a career assessment, like you said, I knew a dude that I'm pretty sure he changed the major 5 times. And my concern was, Chris don't got money like that.
Right.
5 times, that means an extra year, 2 years, 3 years. I don't want anyone to do that. I prayed on it. I'm going to be real with you. Go to God. Don't sit, no, I'm going to be real because I'm sitting there and I'm like, I don't got no rich uncle that's passed away, got no oil. I got to figure out something.
A rich
so
uncle.
I went from game design because you know how the story be going. Be like, what is this?
What story is that with
this $1 million fortune?
You're a rich uncle.
You know what I'm talking about? The story.
What that a show called Richie Rich?
Yeah.
Something.
Yeah. So I changed my mind. I did it. Like you said, it's a passion. I couldn't put my foot on it. Something about it was really nice. Something about it really hit me. And I ended up dropping out of game design because I ended up getting D's and F's, and I was like, so I went to the career assessment, and the guy placed me in entertainment, which is funny because it's in the same building as the game design. So I'm like, okay, cool. Well, immediately I started thinking about it. I realized I liked the voiceover in games and cartoons, but yes, another sad part is we're told to be realistic. Which to me is kind of a spit in the face because it's like, what the heck is realistic then? Because
passion doesn't always pay. So I know a whole lot of people who work in that field who are passionate about it, but also has a side gig where they might be at McDonald's and they're your local McDonald's fry technician.
Yes.
And still working in that other field. Sometimes you have to double it up.
They're the local fry technician.
They're your local fry technician. We're going to use some political. Yes.
But I always looked at it like this way. Let God be true, let all men be liars.
Yeah.
And so we're going to stick with that for now.
Yeah.
And I was like,
and your gift will make room for you. That's in that Bible too.
And that's why I was just like, okay, I'm going to go with this because who's right and who's wrong? We all human. We don't know. We'll give it a shot. And I just knew that something about this I was good at doing. When it came to anything from beats, voiceovering, audio book, that was what I was like really, and I was like, I know I can make money, especially audiobooks. That's a booming market. I can make money off of this.
You are very good. But the question is, do you enjoy it?
It never felt like, see, the problem with working that side job is that, there's another thing, as a postgraduate, I had to work at a grocery store.
Right.
The problem with that is, you work these jobs where they're just like, I'm taking this from somebody, but you work all these jobs, these jobs like, I'm making pretty good money.
Right.
Yeah, it's paying the bills, but the problem is it's like a mundane style, and over time it beats people down about life. They start hating life. People start going postal about life.
Is it that they hate life, or they just they
No, they don't hate it. It's the fact they're working this job that they're not really caring about. It's like, it's paying the bills.
Yeah.
But when has money ever brought you happiness?
Well, but let me ask you, could it be that that there's more to you, or you have...
It's more to you.
And it's a passion of something else, but you are doing this?
Yes.
Okay, and that could be frustration.
That's why I say it beats people down by life as time goes on, because it starts to give you get what I'm saying? It starts to make you feel like,
To me, that's where that mental anguish that you talked about
Yes.
earlier ties in.
Yeah.
It
People
starts
get
being-
frustrated because they feel like, again, that they have this degree and they should be further on in life
Right.
than they think they are. But the reality of it is employers want experience. That's
Yeah.
great that you have a degree. They want that as well, but they're going to take that experience.
Right. Yeah. They are. But I feel like if you can, if you enjoy, like I said, if you enjoy what you're doing, even if it didn't come right now, it's not like it's not going to come in the future.
Right.
And I believe even if you're not even in that career right now, get to know those type of people that are in that career.
That and stuff
you
is
know?
starting to bump up. The next
Yeah.
decade, paralegal. Like even though I said like they don't take people right away like that, there's going to be a 13.3
Right.
increase in the next decade. Entertainment, actors, that's actually increasing.
Right.
That's not surprising. Entertainment's starting to go up. So
Yeah.
it's going to be an increase.
Yeah.
So and if you're doing it around, it's good.
Yeah.
Stay with it. Athletic training. They kind of like dumping that a bit, but that's going up because everyone's trying to get now in better shape. So that's going to have over a 10% increase in the next, or actually almost 17-20% increase in the next like 10 years. So if you want to stay with it.
Yeah, so for the ones that, like I said, they just don't know what to do, or they work at this remedial job, or they just trying to pay the bills, stay with it. You never know. You never know. Work at it. Get to know people in that arena. If you want to be a lawyer, if you want to be a paralegal, whatever, get to know those.
Hang around lawyers.
Yeah, hang around lawyers. Go to where they hang out.
Exactly.
Send an email, make a phone call. Hey, can I have lunch with you? I just want to ask some questions. Blah blah blah. You never know what door will be open for that person.
So
with that tenacity.
Would you say college then? Your opinion. I'm asking both of y'all. Is college needed for success in life?
Is it what?
Is college needed for success in life?
No.
I feel like it's beneficial, but I don't think it's needed.
No, because I see people who are success and never been to college, but I believe that it's beneficial. I believe that it can help.
It can open doors.
Yes, it can open doors. But I knew I worked actually for him, an investor in Dallas, and never been to college. Made millions. I was working with him at his company, and I was babysitting his kid, and I was washing his truck. I was doing the most. But anyway,
a butler.
Right. But he made, and his story was when he started investing, he knew certain people, and this is when phone booths was outside downtown, and he'll go to the phone booth and he'll make his trade, and then he'll go back, talk to whoever else, and that was his office, that phone booth, and he wound up being a success.
That's awesome.
So I just know that college. I'm not saying not to go to college. College is beneficial, but it's not needed. Of course, we know so many people who's successful haven't been to college. But I think that's all we got for today. That's all. I will be Pietro Baker, and we have
Tori Watson-Jones.
I will be Chris Bass, making it fresh. Stay fresh and stay marinated.
Oh.
The marination will not be televised. Spread the word. Now.
And he's still going.
Make sure that you like, share, and subscribe. We appreciate you joining us today. And